It is Wednesday, my dudes, and tonight we talk to the man with famous hands, just JHernandez. We'll talk about how he hits those incredible poses, his love of collecting. I swear we'll get this right, and whether or not, and we'll find out. Maybe we'll find out tonight whether or not he sleeps in silk gloves. And of course, we'll break down some of our favorite shots of the week. And we've got a giveaway, and it's all happening live tonight. So all we need to do to get started is have Matchu cue that intro. That's because I'm sitting down. I screwed it up.
You know,
I screwed it up. Yeah.
You could also just write.
Anyway,
little tip: you could just write it on your wrist if you want.
I have it listed right here. It's just every week it's something new. Anyway, welcome to another episode of Between Two Sentinels. This is episode 18, and again, you only have yourselves to blame for why we are still here. I, of course, am JHernandez. J's hot. If I don't even know this week. I mean, I'm just excited.
You forgot to take the microphone with you.
I know. I told you I'm getting it. And the man who's always got plenty of feedback for everybody, if you're willing to listen, is Matchu Toy. How's it going, Matchu?
Good. Not too much feedback, right? Did we just lose him, or am I lost? Is it me? Well, I guess I don't know if it's me. Chat. Should I just bring in the guest? All right. Okay. Let's do that then. Without further ado, let's bring in our guest.
Hey. So just so you know, Jshot is out right now.
Right. It's okay. I'm still with another J though. Right? I was going to say I was going to be in between two J's, but we just lost one.
Soon enough.
I don't know what's going on. It's always something on this show. Something is always going on.
You see, that's why whenever I do a live, I just kick it old school. I just go straight through YouTube Live, asking the chat, "Am I live? Am I live right now? Can you see me?
Are you seeing this?" I see. Like I remember one of your lives, you were just setting up. Mm-hmm. You guys see this? So,
do you hear my voice coming into the microphone right now? And of course, there were some nights they couldn't. So much troubleshooting going on, man.
Yeah, but you know what though? You still entertain the people with how you pose the figures. Your lineups are always great.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's been a while since I've actually gone live. I had made a conscious choice not to go live during the Hell Charger fiasco, and then after that it kind of just stuck.
yeah I understand. There's always to me it's always like a pressure coming in. Like Wednesday's coming up and I'm like, oh no, the live's going up and I want to take a shot and I don't have the time because I have my camera set up, so I don't want to take them down.
Yeah. And then again, there are some nights to where I just want to sit on the couch with my wife and watch TV.
Yeah. catch up on what are you watching? Mandalorian?
Oh, I need to catch up on the last two Mandos. It was on my to-do list today, but I got really into just organizing around here. Jshot's back.
There he is.
I have no idea what the hell happened. I don't know
Between two J's.
Yeah. What happened? Oh God.
Oh, I'm in between two J's.
Now you're between two J's.
Yeah.
Whew. God. Well, anyway, hi. How's it going?
Hello.
It's just like everything just died. Like we had a blackout or something. It just went whoop. So, man.
Wow.
Anyway, it was a hit. I tell you, it was a hit. Oh. What are you guys talking about?
Going live,
Just going live, and really just the things that can and sometimes just don't happen.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, sure. Hey, just JHernandez is here, everybody, and I'm back. So, Good gravy. God. All right. Did you guys check in with the chat at all? Should we check in with the
No,
chat?
yeah, I was
See
saving
what's
that for
going on?
you.
Since everybody's making fun of me now. All right. Steve Barrow reminding us to like and share the video. Maybe share it after the 6-minute mark, though. So, there's no technical difficulties in it. Our boy Henrock is here. Bearded Builds is here, of course. Thank you, sir, for always being here. Realm of Toys, Toy Rensu, Toy Mirth. Henrock says, best intro ever. Thank you. Again, I fade away, and everybody's like, yeah, let's do it. Kevin Lee is here. Thank you, sir. Lost him. I'm back. We fixed it. Jay's hot if you're not present. No Chewing is here. What's going on, No Chewing? Don't forget, TPC and the Toy Daddy start in about 45 minutes, but you watch them after us. Don't go anywhere. Toy Migos is here. What's going on, Migos?
I believe that's Cheney.
Did having 2 J's cause an incursion event?
I think so.
It's possible.
Well, technically, so my middle initial is J also.
So there it is. There's all 3 J's.
Jean,
very cool, man. That's class.
That is class.
Got to thank my mama for that.
Yeah.
So
Like
Matthew
John Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, dude.
Not religious at all. Yeah.
You got the 2-syllable followed by the 1-syllable. It's a perfect combination.
Thank you. Got to thank my mom for that again. Actually,
Is
I
your
got to
mom
thank
watching?
No, maybe I don't know. I got to thank my aunt for my first name because my mom's picks were either Bartholomew or Sebastian.
Sebastian would have been bad.
Growing up, though, now it's cool.
Now you would have rocked it. So
yeah, now I would have rocked it. But like growing up, what was it? A crab or a lobster? What is he? Yeah,
but he could have. He was a crustacean at the very least.
See, I'm old, dude. Like I think Sebastian. Of course, I think the Never-Ending Story or something like that. Like by the time Little Mermaid came out, I think I was still in elementary school. But I was still old enough that I appreciated the Never-Ending Story.
Okay. I was gonna say if you were going to Sebastian, we could have called you Bash, right? Called you Bastion.
Bash. Whereas Bartholomew would be like Bart.
Yeah, it would just be Bart.
And then of course in come the nicknames.
Oh yeah.
And those would not have been great.
Nope.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Feel bad for anybody with the name Chuck. Kurt K, Super Friends checking in. Thank you, Kurt. Bad Force Grumps is here, checking in for the Tuesday crew. Bearded already getting in the Just J, aka the GOAT. Love that. Matchu. Wait, what's this? Matchu is a Matchu and a J? Kevin says, Maju toy. There you go. We call you Bart. Let's see. Your nickname would have been Based instead of Matchu. Based is weird. I'm not gonna go with that one. So, and that looks like that's everybody. So yeah, all right. Thank you everybody for joining us, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, share it out. Always appreciate that. And now on with the regularly scheduled program. So let's welcome Jay. Hey Jay.
Hey.
God. So first things first, and I don't know if he's it doesn't look like he's in the chat, but if he is, I'm sure he'll sound off. I do have to apologize again for the first time we met. I broke your eardrums. I had a moment of shock and awe.
Yeah, over at
I had D Blake's Makes over to sign. Yeah. Yeah. Just it took me completely off guard. It was like day 2 and we were tired and you and Blake were talking about something and you're just so very casual about it. And I loved it. You're just like, oh yeah, I'm JHernandez.
Day
and I was
2,
like,
you were tired.
Oh, what? It wasn't day 2? I don't know.
You only went for one day, Henrock.
It was day 1.
So it was only one day.
It was only day 1.
Yeah, you're right. All right, either way, I was tired. Okay. So, carrying around all your stuff. So,
I would buy more stuff when you gave me the call.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So, but it was awesome to actually get a chance to meet you in person and bullshit and do things like that.
Dude.
So,
It sucks, man. Like I wish that I had the time to make it out to more cons. Like I had so much fun just hanging out with everybody that day. It's very rare that I get to do anything like that.
Yeah, and there were a lot of us there, right? I mean, Dante was there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you okay?
Dante was like, if I needed to find somebody, or if I specifically needed to find Jay, Dante was the one to look for because his head was over everybody's shoulders.
Yeah. Yeah. Dante's a good dude. He's a tall dude. He's a tall dude.
He's a tall dude.
I don't think I was wearing red that day, but I'm usually pretty good at wearing red at cons, so people can pick me out pretty easily. We do that at New York Comic Con. I'm always in like a red shirt, so it's like, oh, there he is. Yeah,
I can't even imagine, man. Like I've never been to a big con like that. I cannot even imagine like how expansive a convention like that is. Like I would think that if you lose someone, you definitely just lose them. Like you'd have to like text like all day, you know.
Yeah.
You'd have to have safety numbers. You'd have to have so much stuff because anything could happen.
Usually, like when we walk into a con, we look for a spot that's pretty recognizable. We're like, if we get separated, we meet back here, like in ZoloCon, right?
Yeah.
What was it by the spaceship thingy?
By a spaceship on the floor, yeah.
Or actually the bar.
How big is ZoloCon? Because that's here in That was here in PA, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was. I mean, it was a decent size. It actually had a whole like basement that we had no idea about until the last day.
Snap.
So yeah, they were doing.
We went one day again.
I mean, that was our last day, so it was still the last day.
Yeah, sure.
Technically, I'm not wrong. Yeah. So it was a decent size. So sorry, Yimbo's yelling that once again he's an afterthought. I don't remember you being an afterthought, dude. I'm pretty sure I ran up and hugged you on that day while you were in the middle of being live with everyone else. So definitely not an afterthought, Yimbo. Tedio's here too. She's seen me in the red shirt. The red shirt makes it easy to spot. It's also a cool shirt. It's got Calvin and Hobbes dressed as Han and Chewie in a Millennium Falcon wagon. It's one of my favorite shirts. So. And speaking of ZoloCon, Art G is here. He was with us there at ZoloCon.
Art was there. Got to meet Art for the first time.
Yeah, he was also at Legion's Con. I saw him at Comic Con. I've basically seen him at the big cons.
Stalker. I mean, that's cool.
Wow.
In so many ways, Yimbo, the passive aggressive continues, not just with you, but everybody lately. So Jay, are you planning on going to Legion's Con again this year?
I'd like to. I mean, it just really depends on the old work schedule. I mean, because with my profession, like 1 month, like you have like a few months off and like you're just doing, like your other Joe jobs every now and again. And then, in like an instant, like your entire season can just be freaking booked. So that's the reason why, like, I wasn't at Zolo, like I wasn't at I haven't been at a whole bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that whenever I do get the opportunity, and hopefully it works out again for Legion's Con, because a good portion of us were there this past year. So it'd be nice just to hang again.
Yeah.
Even though most of us got sick afterward.
Did that happen? I didn't even realize that.
Let's see. I got sick. Granted, it wasn't COVID, but I got sick. Toy Bro got sick. A whole bunch of other folks ended up like either getting COVID or just getting sick. That was definitely a spreader event.
Wow. Well, Toy Migos apparently he's going to be there, so he can't wait to meet the Jersey Boys. So, regardless, Jay, I think you may have to make a trip. You may have to tell some clients, chill. I got to go meet the Cheney. So, maybe Migos will hire you for that weekend, so you don't have to worry about missing work. So they got that YouTube money; they're fine. So.
And then what? I guess by then, Poxes should be out. Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for a few figures from that wave. So
I think what is it? I think I just got Poxes and Phobos, and that's it.
I can never really keep track of the names. I know I got a horse to add to my collection of. I have a zoo, you know. And,
Yeah, I think that's Phobos.
Okay.
People, yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll go ahead and argue about pronunciations later.
Right.
Like, no, I think it's Phobos.
If Trevor's in the chat,
Phobos.
maybe he can help us out because he knows all the names. You know.
I thought maybe Trevor joined, and that's why I immediately got cut out. But it's just like, I can't actually be in the same room with Trevor. It can't happen. So, what was the chat we were in with the Toy Daddies where they were like they called him Space Moses? That one character. Yeah, it was the character with the looks like a shepherd. Is that what you guys are talking? You're talking about that wave, right?
Yeah, but space. Are you talking about Cosmic then?
Oh no, that's Cosmic Legions. Yeah.
Oh, see, I don't even know. I don't even collect legions. I was just trying to jump in and be part of the group. But okay. All right, so that's Cosmic then. Never mind. RG's got us covered. He says Phobos.
There you go, Phobos.
So there you
Phobos.
go. Playing the role of Trevor, it will be RG. So I know, Bearded. I know. But clearly, have you seen the beginning of the show? It's clearly not my night. Anyway. So have you mm-hmm. Matt, you got any questions you want to start with? You want to take this one?
You need a breather? You need a sec?
Right in a yeah.
So I see you have your toy cam set up. Do you want to?
Yeah, we can go ahead and bring that in the studio. I usually just have that just so I don't have to do the whole.
Mm-hmm.
Totally understand. Go ahead and just make it easier and just have another camera here. Now whether or not it's actually in focus, no, it seems to be fine. Yeah, looks good, sort of, kind of.
Ooh.
So that's the one thing with streaming that like I never ever figured out is just being able to get things
now
in focus. There we go.
I love this dio.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah. This is Diorama Boy out of the UK.
Ooh,
oh wow.
Yeah. Along with the nice battle damage Spidey from Rio X tier.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, I just have like the Extreme Set Subway diorama, but like I just have to make sure that it's not in focus. But this looks legit, dude. This is awesome.
Yeah. See, that's just it, man. Like I wish that I could use those cardboard Johns. But the thing is, like, I'm not that great of a photographer. So, of course, like, everything is just going to look like cardboard. Whereas, Matt, when I see your photos, like, I wouldn't even know. I would not even know that thing was an Extreme Set, like, at all.
Thank you. But, like, it's just, just keeping it out of focus. Lighting the figure more than the background, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So, you say you're not a photographer. I mean, do you find that you do more on YouTube than...
I mean... I don't do much on YouTube anymore. I mean, thanks to, just not having a whole lot of time to do anything. But like, as far as just like not being a photographer, like, sure, I take pictures, but I'm not going to pretend that I know what I'm doing because I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, like, at all.
Same.
Yeah. But it works. But it works, your stuff, it inspires me, Like you're
thanks,
posing.
Man. I appreciate that.
You, the amazing 796, all you guys. Like
you see, and those are the guys who inspire me.
See? There you go.
The amazing and Mario and all those freaking guys. Yeah.
So I mean, Matchu just mentioned it a little bit there with the posing, but I feel like posing is like that's your for lack of a better term, that's your jam, right? Like that's where
I have a lot of fun. Yeah, that's definitely where I do have a lot of fun, and of course with that. I did get a lot of inspiration from The Amazing there. Because I know that like when I was first just getting into this community, like he made the videos that of course that I immediately just latched onto. As far as just going through the ins and outs of the figures, even so far as just like not even going over the box at all. And of course that's not to throw shade on any box artists out there at all. It's just right. A box just doesn't excite me, whereas a figure something that is just posable, something that you can play with. Yeah, that's something that I can dig on. That's something that, is just tactile. So yeah, getting into it at first, it was D, and just showing me like what these things were actually capable of.
And now, what do you use to get inspired for your posing? Like, I mean, you mentioned your career, so I'm gonna take a wild stab in the dark and say, are you in an artist or a graphic designer kind of way where you're just like learning that style? And
I mean, if anything, like what it is that like I'll look at. I don't know if you guys remember, like I'm like somewhat of like a late 80s baby. So like there was like this big, martial arts ninja boom, that was happening back in the day. So like you had movies with like Shokasugi, you had movies like American Ninja and things like that. And of course, you go to the supermarket and like they would have like these ninja magazines and they would have these martial arts magazines and whatnot. And you would flip the pages, and of course, like they would have like all of these, for lack of a better word, like how-tos. And of course, like it would have like, just like two dudes squaring off. And of course, like it would just like be like this, for lack of a better word, like kind of like this this collage of just moves, And with that, I find that I will still go back to those, and of course they've updated them now. And you can find them online, and you just have like this huge library of poses at your disposal. And it's terrific in that, it's these real actual human beings that are achieving like these poses. So not only are you getting something that's incredibly dynamic, but you are getting something that is a little bit true to life as well. So yeah, I find, a lot of inspiration just in those. And of course, if like something isn't working for me, and of course, not every figure is going to pose the same. You can find that, you can tweak, you can adjust, you can, turn it to a slight angle or something like that. And yeah, you just see, what the old viewfinder is going to pick up.
It's pretty good.
Do you find, yeah, I love that you're referencing those old, like, because I could see them in my head, right? The old martial arts versus just like this one pose, and then yeah, that's interesting. It's almost like keyframing, right? Where you're thinking about it in keyframes type of thing.
Yeah,
that's great.
Like yeah. I know that there was one shot that I had done. This was during the early part of pandemic, and I wanted to use this dio that Mario had made me like back like in 2018 or something like that. And I'm sure that both of you all are familiar with Old Boy. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So just going through, that corridor scene and just pausing it and just, trying my best just to recreate it. and of course, just there's only so much that you can do with something like that. But of course, like I said, and like you all have been saying, it's just little points of just inspiration that you can find, to just pull off what it is that you want to pull off.
Yeah. What, I mean, is there anything that's you're finding inspiring you now? Like what you're watching?
Now, I wish that there was stuff, that I was like taking some type of, cue from. No, I mean, not so much right now. And it's only because like, I just wish that I had the time to just sit down and like really just pose and play with something. Yeah, like even last night, the figure that I was playing with, which is the Maxed Out Studio repaint Mafex Symbiote Spider-Man, which is terrific, by the way. Like that
looks amazing.
The repaint work that guy does is just seriously insane. But even with that, like I wish that I had the time to do more. And before I knew it, I already had to go to bed, wake up at like 7 o'clock in the morning just to get to work and whatnot. So yeah. Yes, that, oh my God, it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful freaking work. So yeah, I got to pull off like about a good 3 poses that I could that I just thought of just like that were just like in my pose Rolodex.
Right. I like that pose Rolodex.
Yeah. It's straight from the comic book right here, you know? The pose, even the like the light bouncing off of the figure, that paint job is amazing.
Yeah. Do you have any lights set up for this, or is that just your regular?
That is just that is me and my wife's dining room. Right there. But the one thing that I have been having a lot of fun with is that that photo room app, which is how I've been getting those black and like just those black and white backgrounds and just being able to just keep the figure in color. Although that one was practically done.
Oh, this
like I am actually proud of that because I've had a hell of a time just trying to really just like just to make my blacks that much more black. Yeah. And that was like the first time that I actually was able to pull it off, which was nice.
Yeah. I got some real FOMO for that figure, but I think I let it pass.
You let it pass.
I saw the light up eyes, I was like, oh man.
The light up eyes are great, but I will tell you this, for as much as I do like what it is that Aton/Noda is putting out, that figure really did frustrate me in the end, because of course the head and the neck are just one piece. So in order to like get like any type of downward angle on the head, you are going to be dealing with that thing just popping off. And of course, if you were to take a look at that picture again, you can definitely see, the chonies, like right in the pants area. I'm like, you know what? I don't think I need this anymore. I think I'm happy with my my legends. And we'll see if anything else comes out. But I will tell you this, if it did have a separate neck joint and the head, I probably would have kept it. But seeing that it was starting to become a real pain in the butt to pose, and if anything is a real pain in the butt to pose, more than likely I'm not going to keep it. Right. But it was nice to play with for like a few days, and then after that I was like, you know what, I think I had my fill, and and I gave it up to somebody at a really deep discount.
I'm always afraid of playing with figures just with all white soft goods, because you never know, like the oils that transfer from your hands over time. I'm always afraid that it'll start to turn yellow.
Yeah, I was so afraid with my my Mezco Space Ghost. I ended up selling that thing about last year or so. But whenever I did handle that figure, I just made sure it was like, just wash your hands. Just wash your hands. Yeah. Constantly. Like, yeah, just constantly before, just wash it. Because really, like, that's the only thing that I could do. Like I didn't have any latex gloves around or anything like that.
Yeah.
Pre-pandemic, why would you have any of that stuff around? Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, there's no clean segue from that, but I know that we do have a special guest who's dropped in, so we might as well get and bring in our boy Mike from High School Creation.
Mike, what's up,
man?
You're muted.
You're muted, Mike. Come on, we've been doing this long enough. You know, get mute. Oh no,
we still can't hear you. You're still muted.
Still muted. Try the. Oh no, you unmuted, then you're remuted.
I got it.
There you go.
Somebody's messing with me. I think it's mine. You're doing that. What's up, guys? Jay.
Yo, what's up, man? Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yep.
Wear your gloves when you touch your white figures.
That's it. Figures. Drink your water. Wear your gloves. That's what but nothing. We were just talking with Matchu today, and I thought it'd be cool for you to pop on. I know we're a few days in on the Kickstarter, and it's going strong. But wanted to see if you wanted to give us a little update and what's going on. I think you're heading off to another show tonight, so I know you're limited. Thought it'd be cool to just have you come in and talk.
Well, I appreciate the time, and Jay, thank you for letting me stop by and crash the party. But yeah, we're a little over 2 weeks into the campaign for Wall XD. Wall XD, if you don't know, is an expandable display for your 1/12 scale action figures. It fits really well with 6-inch and 7-inch action figures, but it's a scalable diorama That's a brick diorama that can scale horizontally or vertically. There's a couple of cool, real cool stretch goals for accessories, like plug-in accessories. This is an example, a prototype of the wall that I've been printing. There is a peg system, integrated peg system throughout the wall for accessories like ACs.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Utility panels. Let me just slide one in real quick.
Look at that.
Like that.
That is so rad.
And there's also some cool, like I said, stretch goals. This is the second stretch goal for some corners. The corners really, to steal the words from Mario again, are the cheat code for Wall XD. This allows you to make those inside and outside corners to really get that dynamic, display.
And we're all pushing for those corners too, man.
Oh man, I even if they don't get out, like I keep telling everybody, we're gonna come back and we're gonna do this again, in a year or so, and really get these corners out, because this is really gonna unlock the potential for Wall XD. Now, Wall XD by itself is great, right? But those corners just really just expand on, the expandability of Wall XD.
Yeah.
So, so we're about 2 weeks in, 12 days left. We reached our goal within the first 3 days.
3
So
days, man.
Yeah,
Congratulations on that.
Yeah, that's an amazing. I was really, I put in a lot of work for it. Everybody did that, supported it, and the idea is that, when you release it, that you fund pretty quickly. But funding that quickly was just in many ways magical, right? The community really came out and supported the project, really being accepting of Wall XD. So very proud of that. So now it's just pushing to the end. Like I said, we got 12 days left. Last week I took a week off. The previous week was pretty rough. Lives every night, and just really pushing the campaign and all the work leading up to it. So spent some time with the family. But this week back on the YouTubes, making the world tour again. We'll have a giveaway actually. So working with my Kickstarter manager, we're going to put together a giveaway. Should have it out Friday as an announcement for all the backers. So that's an exciting thing that's coming up. And we'll have in hand show you guys what it's going to be. It's going to be a physical diorama that I've made. So it'll be an instant gratification. You want to wait a year and a half to receive that. But just want to give back to everybody that's been supporting the project.
Right. And also for those who are still on the fence, who missed out on the early bird, is there an incentive to back more so that way you can get that original price? Do you still have that?
Yeah, so the original price was $55 for one. If you actually purchase more than 2 or 3, I think that's what you're getting at, is if you want to purchase more, that price actually comes back to $55 a piece. And then there's an add-on option for a wall at $55 a piece. So you can really lock it in. If you're wanting more than one, that's still available to you through the triple or the triple dub, or if you just want to buy a triple and do an add-on and buy 4, right? Really you want to army build this thing. That's the whole point of it, right? Really expand to get those long displays. These are great for single displays. They fit right to a DTOF, but the real thing about these is it could be that situation, or go for a long display or some kind of long shot, or fill in the back of a review center, right? Reading out the J there. So there's a lot of things you can do with this, and really to unlock it, you want more than one.
Yeah, I think not to make it feel like a commercial, but I think the most impressive thing when we talked about it was seeing how high it can go and how steady it was, right? Like you took it and you shook them, and there was no there was no break, no waiver. So for something like a Sentinel, right? That was the real appeal to me.
Yeah, I think it was your show last week or 2 weeks ago where I slammed it on the desk. Was that your show?
Yeah.
Didn't break. Yeah, I mean, there's
didn't break.
And that's the goal from the factory, right? Is to be that tough, is to be quality, and then have that hand painted finish, right? So you get the best of both worlds, longevity plus that custom, one of a kind feel.
And Matchu, you are going to be one of the ones heading out to paint, right? That was one of the releases that we got. So I believe it's you and Mario 796 Studios in the chat. And I know Panchisi's involved, so it's like you got a lot of Yoko's involved. You got a lot of really great people backing you, man. We're just excited for you, and excited to see where we go.
We got to reach those stretch goals. Even like the first stretch goal that really changes a lot of like how the walls look, right? It's not just going to be the same wall over and over again. You could really add those accessories to make it look different.
Right. So, I mean, you got all these different options. There's 13 different pegs here. The 2 pegs at the top are for this is another stretch goal, are for these plates. So you have, I can't see. Sorry. Oh, it doesn't fit with the AC. So you have these plates that they fit right over it like that. And then so those 2 pegs up there for these peg plate type roll up doors, or in the future, some other things, wink, wink. So that's pretty cool too.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Nice.
All right, so you said 12 days. 12 days still left to back. This Friday, you've got a giveaway that's happening. What else? What else do we need to know? Pallet shipping will be available for Matchu when he orders 36 of them.
He could just fly down here and drive his home.
Just drive them home.
Not a bad idea. Just get a U-Haul truck.
Yeah.
Let's see. We'll be on with David Wheeler. He has a diorama segment. I don't know if he's put any dates on it, but that'll be before the end of the Kickstarter. So I'll be on with a couple of those guys. I don't know if I was supposed to say that or not, but we'll be. So we'll be on a couple more live streams after this at 9:00 in about 18 minutes. I'll be on with Laser Pants over on Loose But Complete, talking about Wall XD. And, we have the build as well as, Saturday Night Lives with myself that I'll do over the next couple of weeks. But it's really coming down to the finish line. And, again, I thank everybody for all the support, everybody that came out to support Wall XD. And we did it. We just now got to cross that finish line. So
That's it.
Let's do it.
Cross that finish line. All right. Well, thank you, Mike. Appreciate you popping on. You're welcome back anytime. And if you want to hang out, you're welcome to hang out and talk with Jay. I gotta say, Mario, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I brushed my beard. Oh, you're not me. Sorry. My bad. Anyway. So, but yeah, man. Thank you again, dude.
absolutely. Thanks for me. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was gonna roll into the next segment. So,
Do you have any questions for Jay?
You got any questions for Jay?
Yeah. Where you been, Jay?
I'm not speaking in the third person.
It's funny. I was actually just talking to Mario today, of just as far as just like being busy, but at the same time, my spending habits still staying the exact same.
Dude,
Right.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Same. It's the same
Nothing
thing.
changes, man.
Nothing
Nothing changes
changes.
at all. Just schedules.
Or you just fall into another line,
Oh, dude, for real. Yeah. That's a problem.
Because
What line?
I'm just getting one Indiana Jones figure. That's it.
Yeah.
That's
Good luck.
it.
Good luck. Yeah, good luck.
I saw some in-hand shots of those. I actually, if I see them in the store, I'll pick them up. They actually don't look that bad.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much they are, but I'm gonna try them out.
Yeah, I'd imagine probably 25, somewhere on there.
Oh,
Something
man,
like
that's hard.
They do have
the
the
very-
interchangeable hands, though, right? Like
Yes.
like how
They do, but although it's funny in that Hasbro is trying something new with them. I was watching one of the earlier videos that they were doing. So no longer is it like kind of like that regular, just like peg. Now with the Indiana Jones figures, they kind of have like, I guess it's like similar to Mezco, to where it's kind of like that ball that's just sitting at the wrist, and now each hand has a hole in it that you just pop right on. So from what I understand, some of the figures are easier to use than others with that new hand system. So it could very well be awesome, but then again, at the same time, it could very well be a pain in the ass.
right. I would assume that would be cheaper, right? Because then you're just making one peg that has articulation, and all the hands just have the hole that you insert into the peg.
Yeah.
I like how you say all the hands as if we're getting like Mafex level hands with these Indiana Jones figures, right?
Well, I mean,
Gonna get C grip and open, probably. Maybe a fist. Yeah. But still, yeah. I do appreciate that they came out with the Club Obi-Wan Indy. That one, that's a definite get for me. With the white dinner jacket. So yeah. I know.
Well, guys, I hate to just come in and then leave, but I'm gonna go
No.
kiss the kids goodnight before the next.
good.
What's the other show that you're going to be on right now?
Loose but complete with Laser Pants.
Oh, right on. Tell him I say hello.
Will do. Will do.
Tell
Yeah.
them we said hello also. That's on the 3POH channel, right?
Right. 3POA. Yep. We'll be over there in about 15 minutes. So I'm going to tell the kids good night. I do appreciate you guys. Let me jump on. Jay, it's good to see you.
Mike, good seeing you, man.
All right, guys. Talk to y'all later.
Thanks, Mike.
Congrats on everything, dude.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. That was awesome.
Yeah, it's a nice little pop in. I like that. It's just like we're all just hanging out. You know, everybody's welcome.
Doors open to all previous
Doors
guests.
open.
You know.
But since we are talking backdrops and dioramas, there was one thing, Jay, that I want to talk to you about. You have the subway station that you have set up, but you're also known for doing like the white background.
The white.
Yeah.
Like I love that white background.
Which is funny in that, like, I was never known for that white background. And that's what happens when you start to get tunnel vision. You know, like all of a sudden, like you think, you know what, I'm going to try something new. And really it all comes down to boredom within the hobby itself and within, you know, content of any kind. You just want to try something new. And of course, I already know that pretty soon I'm probably going to abandon the white thing altogether and just try and, you know, do something else. But yeah, that just trying to achieve like that perfect white, which I call the void, has been a lot of fun. I mean, it was a good year of about just trial and error, okay. just trying to get that thing right.
And do you have that just set up the same way you have the subway, or is it like a roll it out? And
actually, all it is, dude, was just a piece. Well, at first it was a piece of just 20 by 30 foam core. I just lay it down on my table. I have an off-white wall, and it's all achieved through lighting. It's all achieved through lighting and through and just through camera settings, and that's it.
What's your go-to lights?
What it is that I have been using a lot is Ulanzi, seeing that, you know, they are cheap and they get the job done. Yeah, I do love, like, so your best friend, you know, whenever like you're trying to achieve like any type of seamless look, you know, I find are these little cube lights, you know. And what it is that it took me a while just to figure out is that if you point these things at like any perfect line, you know, and if you actually just charge them up to a higher frequency, that line will just disappear. I didn't know that. I mean, that's you know, that's when I will double down and say I have absolutely no idea what the hell I'm doing. And it took me, you know, like about a good year just to figure that out. I was like, oh, like rather than pointing it sideways, pointing it in, it was like, if I point it over here, oh wow, that actually disappears. So yeah, like I said, I don't know the first thing about photography. I don't know the first thing about videography. I just play it by ear, you know, and I just take it as it goes.
But you know what? You subscribe to the idea of fuck around and find out, right? The more you fuck around, the more you find out.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun just coming up with that. And of course, because I was so adverse to a white background because I thought it was just dull. I thought it was boring. I thought it was lifeless when I first got into doing, you know, videos on YouTube. Like I always thought, oh, like the more crap I can put back there, the more interesting this is going to look. You know, until I got bored of that and thought, you know what, why don't we just focus on the subject here? And the best way to do that is get rid of everything. And I think I was watching The Matrix as well. That really got me. And I was like, oh, wow, like what would it be like if I could actually, you know, just reproduce that on one of my videos. But I told myself, you know, like if it's going to be white, I want it to be pristine. Like I want this thing just to look freaking just whiter than freaking white. So now what it is that I'm using, and I love the reflection that it casts. I'm using plexiglass now. Like I'm using like some very, very glossy, opaque plexiglass. And I just got that. I closed my show a couple weeks back, and after that was like the project. And I specifically wanted to do that for the video that I did for Savage Crucible, another Kickstarter. Man, this is the season of Kickstarters,
dude.
It really is. Yeah.
Kickstarter.
It really is, because like we have Savage Crucible going on. We got Mike's, which I'm planning to contribute to. And then what else do we got going on? Of course, you got the crowdfund that's going on with Mattel right now. Speaking of
that,
dioramas,
and then the other figures, the Jesus ones.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
that closed.
yeah.
That closed.
Yeah.
That closed.
Oh, that closed.
That closed last
already.
week.
Closed.
Yeah.
Okay, it
But
closed
yeah,
last week. Okay, yeah.
Speaking of dioramas, though,
Yeah.
I'm not even that big of a wrestling guy, but part of me kind of has to have that thing, man. Just as a diorama enthusiast, that thing is so rad.
I can
That
set
thing
that
is
up
so
in
damn
another
rad.
room and just have that as my background for a stream.
Right?
You know?
I mean, I was thinking about that, like, how fun would that be? Having that WCW Nitro thing just as your background for whatever.
Yeah. And you don't even have to use the WCW logos. You could probably just cover that up pretty easily too.
Yeah. Like and just the sheer amount of lights that are on that thing, man, is impressive. And of course, you have folks who are already just grubbing over the price right now of $400. I'm like, guys, do you have any idea how much just a diorama in general costs?
Yeah,
like
a lot of
something
people
that
don't
is just a
realize
quarter of that size is going to run you anywhere between $125 to $150. That thing is 3 feet.
Yeah,
it's 3 feet. You
and
know,
depending on the artist,
that thing is is almost as big as my table here, and like this thing is fairly expansive.
Yeah, we were talking about that with the Wall XD too, right? I mean, it's $50 a wall, but if you're going to get something that's this way and up, it's easily and custom made, and it's not going to be made of that material either, right? Like that was one of the things.
It's injection molding, so it's going to be solid.
Yeah.
Oh, I do want to ask you about the Savage Crucible stuff. Crucible? Yeah, I'm
Crucible
tonight. Crucible. My tongue got in the way of my eye tooth. Let's see what I was saying.
But that's good. We're circling back. No, I wanted to perfect the Void specifically for them. Like I had done some all right work for Jason with AWOC with Animal Warriors. But there was like a lot of trial and error that was going on with that. And then once Savage Crucible came around and I was able to finish up that video, I was like, you know what? I'm going to wait for a little bit because I could have put something out, but I was like, I want everyone just to focus on this figure here.
Yeah.
So yeah, that plexiglass worked out really nicely. But
I
I'm sorry.
I messaged you about that too, right? With the plexiglass, I think you had it up on your story.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I messaged you. I'm like, that looks really good, especially with the reflection.
Yeah, and dude, and you can anybody can get a sheet of that on Amazon for like $30.
Yeah, I have a few. I have like the black plexiglass. I need to get a white one.
Is it white? Yeah.
I have a feeling that once I get bored with the Void, that's what I'm going to try next. I want to try a black background. You know who does that really well? Is
Wing Collectors.
Oh no, for video, the Dork Lair.
Yes.
The Dork Lair. Bill does blacks
great job.
extremely well. And I got to learn that because that's the one thing, like I have no idea like what I'm doing whatsoever.
I'm sure you're going to figure it out like you have in the past,
sure.
With infinite boredom comes infinite skill.
Exactly.
Infinite boredom. I love that. Have you tried the the Pepper's Ghost that Jason's been doing with the plexi? The Peppers. So it's the Pepper's Ghost where you use the plexi to have another image get kind of projected on it, so that it doesn't.
That sounds awesome. No, I haven't tried that.
The one from Work More or Less.
Yeah, Work More or Less. You should.
Wait, I did see that though. I did see that, and that blew my mind, man. That was amazing. Yeah.
I still have to. It's on my list to get the plexi. And
you want to? I have a bunch. You want some? I can next time I drop off figures, which I think I have to drop off a figure for you.
This wasn't one of our like. Oh yeah, just give me that plexi. Yeah, sorry, no.
I can't reach it. It's over there on the other desk.
And I don't have any. Never mind. We'll ruin the magic. So, with this, so I wanted to ask too because I know that like you know, when I was doing my research and diving into your channel, right, you get the Savage Crucible. Well, I'm never gonna get that word right. They gave you the prototype, and then you know there was I think you had the Venom 2-pack too that looked like it was first look in hands. I don't know if that was something that you got ahead of time from Hasbro or if you just ended up getting it early, but I'm always curious about how those happen, right? Like how do they reach out to you? Do you reach out to them? Like how does that? I'm always curious about that.
So the way that works, and of course, like I went out and I started asking folks about it. And of course, D Amazing, who I admire very much, is always a bevy of knowledge and always very helpful. Because of course, you know, he does a lot of work for Mez, Storm Collectibles, things like that. And I asked him, I said, you know, how does one, you know, do something like this? And of course, just number one, having a social media presence, and not necessarily, you know, a presence, but being there, talking to people, asking questions, you know, things like that, or, you know, just really just shooting the shit. And then number two, and this is something that I had asked Jared Toybro as well, is, you know, if they have any type of folks who do press for them publicity, contact them and say, hey, you know, like I'd love to get on your mailing list. You know, I'd love to be a part of this, you know, like show them, you know, just samples of your work, you know, whether it be videos, whether it be photography, whether, you know, it be live streams, whatever, you know, and of course, just showing off things, you know, whether it be good or bad, you know, because of course, you know, any publicity is good publicity whenever it comes to, you know, putting a toy's image out there. You know, and just showing it's like, hey, you know, I actually went over this, you know. So for me, like I got in touch with their publicity and I said, hey, you know, like I'd love to do some work for y'all, you know. And this was when toying around when Kev got to take a look at shirtless Wolverine or topless Wolverine, you know, however you want to however you want to claim it.
That was the Amazon 5-pack, right?
The Amazon 5-pack, yeah. And I was like, man, like I'd love to do something like this. And I reached out and I said, you know, like if you're ever looking for someone, you know, and of course I gave them samples of the videos that I had been doing for a bit. And of course, you know, like just going live, you know, and I think a large part of that, you know, was just really just having enthusiasm and a legitimate enthusiasm. And it's something that, of course, I do have for I absolutely love Marvel Legends. You know, I love Spider-Man, you know, things like that. So, of course, the first one that I was able to look at, that Black Costume Spider-Man, because Black Costume Spider-Man was basically the star of every single, you know, video I was doing, no matter what brand, you know, no matter what figure I was looking at, no matter what, Black Costume Spider-Man was going to be in that video. So yeah, so of course it started out with that because they were coming out with that new vintage one. And of course, you know, this and this goes with any occupation that you're in, you know, good work begets more work. You know, so of course, you know, you want to do your best with, you know, whoever it is that you're working with, because you want to get rehired. And, you know, that's something, you know, in my profession in entertainment, you know, which, you know, just goes on a day-to-day basis. You want to be easy to work with. You know, you want to be able to work with schedules. You want to be able to work with deadlines. You know, you want to be able to bring something to the table. So that's kind of how that happened. And I was very fortunate in that, in getting, you know, to take a look at like my favorite characters, you know, in the world, you know, whether it be Symbiote Spider-Man, whether it be Venom, whether it be Null, things like that. And of course now, you know, it's awesome in that, like, I'm able to take a look at things from my favorite custom artist, freaking Loose Collector, for crying out loud. And for those of us who have been in this game for a while, I mean, Loose Collector he's a freaking legend, man.
He is.
Dave Cardenas is a legend who's been making stuff, you know, since like since freaking Angel Fire, since GeoCities, since like, you know, way back. So it was
wow, those are some callbacks right there.
Right? That's like whew, throwing it way back right there.
Yeah. For some of us newer guys, say that again. It was like quickly Google. Yeah.
Angel Fire and GeoCities.
I remember. And GeoCities, yeah. Man. So yeah, getting to take a look at his stuff now. So it's awesome in that, you do something, say like for a company like Hasbro, and you put out, just like some nice enthusiastic work. And of course, with me, it's usually very just legitimately enthusiastic because I love figures, I love collecting, I love posing, I love doing all sorts of stuff within this community, within this hobby. So of course, they'll take a look at that and like, hey, I'd actually like this guy to take a look at, my stuff here and whatnot. But at the same time, like I did put in that interest, to where, I actually did, contribute to Jason's Kickstarter for AWOC. Like I actually, did get in touch with the Savage Crucible guys. And of course, I have people like Darius vouching for me and saying, yeah, you'd actually love to work with this guy because he'll do some good stuff for you. Or, even with Loose Collector, like I was making videos of his custom accessories before he even got in touch with me, and saying, hey, like, would you like to take a look at Lady Death, or would you like to take a look at Hell Witch, or, whatnot.
I do like that you showcase customizers in the community, right? Like I think it was because of you and Darius that I discovered Mario 796, because you guys kept bringing up his name on your videos because he made you something and you were showcasing it, and that I think that's awesome, right? That's awesome for the community.
And that's one thing. That's the one thing I miss about not doing lives is actually, promoting, because that was for a while there. Like that's all it is that I was doing every single Wednesday, which was just promoting artists and their work, and I would go out of my way and I would buy stuff, from anybody and everybody, whether it was custom webs, whether it was stands, whether it was, like custom hoverboards, whatever, like anything that you could get in 12 scale. Like I actually just wanted a piece of that.
Oh, dude, I went crazy with the custom webs after you showcased it on your channel. I'll find webs everywhere in like I shoot in the next room, but like in every like crevice, there's always like a custom web that I just left behind. So.
and they're all great, dude. Like freaking Bendy Webs is great, Web Heads is great. Like you have all sorts of folks who are just making them. And not only that, like they're doing a fantastic job on because I know that I can't do that. I just can't. Like I don't have that artistic niche at all.
You might find out that you do, though. You never know. Have you tried it?
I just don't know if I have the patience for it. Whereas like with like lighting, like it's not really costing me anything. To point a light somewhere. Whereas to just keep going at it with wire, oh man, I don't even want to attempt it.
Leave it up to the other guys.
Yeah. Right? Oh yeah, totally. And not only that, it keeps them in money, and they keep making their stuff.
Exactly.
And the cycle goes on.
Right.
I don't know. We keep buying, they keep making. Oh god.
You were talking about like enthusiasm. That's something that really like sticks out whenever I watched your videos. Do you bring? So you said you're in entertainment. You do theater, right?
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. So do you feel like you have brought that aspect of your life into your videos, and how enthusiastic you are when you're making the videos?
The one thing, and I actually don't bring a lot of my day-to-day into my hobby. But in making any type of content, it's and this goes hand in hand with the acting profession as well, is that for any up and coming actor, anyone trying to play out a scene, the most simple thing to do is to play the problem in the room. Just playing the problem. And of course, playing the problem is just illustrating, what is wrong, within, within yourself, within the other person in the room, within the situation, playing the problem. All of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, we know exactly where this is going. It's somewhat entertaining, but at the same time, it's fairly simple to do that. Whereas, the way that I like to look at something is like I take what a professor of mine, one of my mentors, used to say whenever we were done doing a scene. He would say, all right, so what's good about that? And that's something that's just stuck with me, you know, for years. Like I graduated with my master's back like in 2009.
Okay.
And ever since, like, that's one phrase that has just stuck out to me. So what's good? Let's talk about this. What's good about this? You know, rather than just picking something apart immediately. Right. The one thing that I want to do is, all right, let's go ahead and take a look at this and let's see exactly what this thing can do. We'll go ahead and talk about the limitations in a bit, but let's see what this thing does well. And with that, you will catch somebody's attention a lot quicker than you will, you know, with just saying, you know, whatever clickbait somebody wants to put out and say, this figure sucks. Right. And of course, like yes, that's going to turn a few heads, you know, when like a thumbnail just says the worst figure in the world.
Right.
The clickbaity
don't
thumbnail.
buy this.
Yeah. I bought it so you don't have to. Yeah, that's always my favorite. So
like what I remember, I have no idea like who made this. It was somebody who had purchased the Super 7 Robin Hood. And it was funny in that, like, yeah, they actually got me. They got me with the thumbnail, but only because I was really curious because nobody had put up a video of that Super 7 Robin Hood yet.
Right. Okay.
And I know that, you know, there are some times to where, you know, there are some unfortunate things that can happen with the run of any given line, any given wave, any given figure, you know, and I know that Super 7 had been having their troubles. But I just wanted to take a look for myself. I was like, so what exactly is going on with this figure here? And I took a look at it. I was like, I actually kind of like it, you know, like, and I'm thinking about what could I do with this thing right now? How can I make this thing useful? How is this thing good? And I was finding just like little elements of it. I was like, okay, it's like, yeah, you can work around that. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Oh, I actually kind of like that. And before I knew it, like, I kind of sold myself on this figure by watching a poo-poo video on it. But then again, that's just me. And of course, you know, I'm not saying that anybody's opinion on anything, you know, is correct or incorrect. You know, we're all going to come in, you know, with our own ideas and of course our own agendas on what it is that we want to talk about, you know, with any given figure. And of course my agenda is to find out what's good about something. You know, and that's really all it comes down to is just what is good about this thing that we're looking at. Why am I actually taking time out of my schedule to take a look at this? If it's just absolute garbage, if it's just absolute crap, why would I want to do that to myself?
Yeah,
because this isn't a job for a lot of us. This is not a job. So why would we waste our time with bullshit? You know?
No, I love that, and I love that, you know, you're starting out with the idea of finding the positivity in it, and I think that we've seen a lot of people and a lot of people in the community, and we've all gone through with the negativity and just like whether it's a certain figure or a certain figure line, right? Where it's like, but there's also some aspect of it too, where we say all the time, where it's like, you know, there's, you know, I'm a big Turtle fan, right? So I'm a big fan of the NECA figures. I understand there's other lines, and you know, we'll go back and forth, but there's also like, isn't it cool that we get to fight about like what other lines are better? Like, you gotta, like, once you take a step back to appreciate,
really
the fact that we have 3 or 4 versions of Ninja Turtles being made right now, and we get to debate what's better about them or what's, you know, who's the better line. You know,
living in that kind of time
about that. Yeah. Why am I keep getting that?
What happened? Jesus walked in?
Yeah, Jesus walked in. Maybe not. I don't know. So.
Like what? I mean, hell, like what? It's 2023 right now. I remember, and this was back in 2000 like what, 15. I was so excited when I saw the Juggernaut wave for the first time because we hadn't had a Deadpool figure at all. Like, but like since before Rommel, even before Return of Marvel Legends, that's the only time that we had it. And it was in a 2-pack. It was in a Toys R Us 2-pack. And I wanted a Deadpool figure so bad. Forget about getting a Toy Biz one because those things were going for at least $100+ at the time. And I didn't have that kind of cash. Like straight out of grad school, I did not have that kind of cash. I was incredibly destitute. And to think now, like, we have multiple companies, Mezco, Mafex, Figma, Hasbro, even NECA making their own, 18-inch Deadpool. Like, we have like so much, like, it's amazing in that I would think that some of these new collectors and old collectors just don't remember how much of a famine it was, of just this horrible dearth of just lack of product that was out there. So there's so much to be stoked about. There really is just so much to be stoked about right now.
With that being said, what is your favorite figure so far of the year?
That's a great question. That's a really great question. Okay, so I actually have some. Let's put the toy cam on.
Let's put the toy cam back up.
Yeah,
I got it.
I'll go ahead and I'll give you all my favorite Marvel Legend right now.
Do it.
My favorite Marvel Legend, and this may come as a surprise to some folks, is Blob. He's so good.
Mine's on the way.
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
I got the notification.
This really is
due in any day.
figure. Like I absolutely love just like how mobile it is for a big boy.
Yeah.
All new sculpt, which is terrific. 2 heads, which is awesome. Of course, like you got your neutral, but then again, you have your expressive head here, and I can't get enough of these at all.
Yeah.
Of course, fists. You got to have your fists. Splayed hands, terrific. So I would say that this is probably my favorite Marvel Legend at the moment. We'll see, how this lines up when we find. And I don't complain much when it comes to Hasbro, when it comes to releases. I cannot believe that the 3-pack with as much early stuff has come out. I mean, hell, we're already seeing the new Spider-Verse figures.
Yeah.
That the whatchamacallit, the No Way Home 3-pack isn't out yet. I can't believe that.
For that. I'm waiting.
I find that to be so interesting that it's not out yet. However, I digress. We'll see how this lines up when I have Toby and Andrew in hand, because of course I have a feeling those are going to be pretty freaking terrific. So I can say that is my favorite Legend so far. And as far as just like regular figure, and I'm taking a look right now, it's tough because there's just so much good stuff that's out at the moment. But if I was actually really hard pressed to pick something right now, I would probably go with, let's see. Pick this up. I would probably go with the V-Toys BMS soups.
Oh, yeah. I've been sold on that one. I don't know if I could still buy it though.
You might, if you check out VC Toy Box, they may have a couple more. Because I know that they were trying to get rid of a few extras. But yeah, this thing is freaking. It's pretty terrific. It is, and that's not to say that I don't enjoy the Mezco soups that just came out, because I think that's a terrific figure as well.
Did you get that one also?
They both shine in their different capacities. However, I think that this guy really is a full package. The only thing that he is missing is of course just a few more accessories just to really sweeten that deal. But yeah, it's a great figure. It really is a great figure.
Yeah, he's another one that I've been. So No Chewing's been, I think, showcasing him a lot. Right, I'm assuming it's the same figure. He looks really good. Yeah, I'm not the biggest Superman fan in the world, but like he does look really good.
I have been going through.
Yeah, you've been on a
fair share of buying DC figures lately, particularly, surprisingly, McFarlane figures, which I never really were fond of to begin with. But now I'm giving them a second chance, and I'm starting to enjoy them.
Oh man, I think I perhaps just gave the wrong figure a second McFarlane chance. I don't know if you all saw my pictures that I had on my stories or on Twitter of the whatchamacallit, the Baleman, the Dark Knight trilogy Batman.
okay.
That thing crumbled in my, like, it's the first time that I can honestly say I picked up this figure and it crumbled in my hand.
Man.
I'm going more for the comic book ones. I'm not trying to get the movie ones because the movie ones kind of look odd to me. But the comic book versions of the characters, I think, are pretty good. Like, let me put this one on.
That Dead Man looks really good.
I saw that in Target today. I was debating it, but I'm not familiar with the character. But I just got the Hush Superman, and I swapped the head with another Superman figure.
Oh, looks good.
Yeah. I do have to Dremel the torso just to get that articulation a little bit better.
That's the one great thing. Well, there's many great things about McFarlane figures, but that they are easy enough to customize. You know, you just heat them up, take them apart, you know, and you can Dremel the hell out of them.
He's definitely made some improvements to his figures. That I'll say that. But
you got that Batmobile hanging out in the back there too.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I opened it on. It was with Toy Father No Chewing on the Toy Pick community, Toy Intel. I think it was over the weekend. Saturday.
Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, Saturday. That was fun.
Henrock's got a question, Jay. He says, how often do you say, but I digress on a daily basis?
I find since it's something that hadn't been in my vocabulary for a bit because I hadn't been making videos. And I found that when I made the Savage Crucible video, I've been saying it a lot more. Like just talking to my wife, talking to friends at rehearsal, even like yesterday on Zoom during a meeting. Yeah, I've been saying it a lot more these days.
It's the phrase of the week. Do you find you just like it's always are you going to use but I digress? You've mentioned this word before, right? Until you get bored with it, and then you'll find another phrase. Awesome, man. So do you want to pitch the play that you're currently working on or currently in, or
I mean, pretty much right now, what it is that I am working on, I'm going to be working. I'm in pre-production for a Shakespeare play, 12th night going on over at the Lantern Theater here in Philadelphia, right off of Market Street. Yeah. So that's pretty much what it is that I'm working on at the moment.
Awesome. What we can move into some picks we liked.
Give me 1 second.
Oh, but I digest. Okay. I was gonna get Nice do we want to move on to picks of the week? Is there anything else we want to touch on?
I only got a few here, but yeah, sure.
All right, yeah. Well, before that too, we should talk about. I'm going to take the toy cam out for a quick second. We should talk about we're going to do a giveaway tonight. I know everybody's probably here for Jay, but I figured why not? We got a little extra shot. I've got an extra Invisible Donnie that came in to me through a clerical error. So their mistake is your gain. So we're going to give away NECA's Monster Series. And Donnie is the Invisible Man. And I figured we will use the hashtag You Can't See Me. It just feels like the appropriate hashtag there. So
you want to put you have it up on the screen?
Getting it set up right now. You can't, if I could spell, that would be appropriate.
D Blake says he needs it.
He needs it. D Blake needs it. Hashtag You Can't See Me. Okay. I will share my screen and then we will roll. Captain McKay, what is going on? Share screen. This is always the nervous part about sharing your screen. Hopefully I spelled it right. Hashtag You Can't See Me. There it is. So we'll go through some shots, and then at the end we'll do a quick draw, and we'll give it away. So yeah, I haven't even opened the other one that I have, the mine. So I'm excited to.
Have you actually opened everything from your holathon?
No, I did a good chunk. You and I got through a good chunk of them, but I haven't opened. I am so behind on everything. Just like just like everybody else, work and life is taken over somehow. I haven't taken a shot in a while, and
I thought that was going somewhere else.
Pictures. I'm taking a shot of pictures for a while. Lago says, "Just give it to Henrock already." Henrock's not allowed to win tonight. No, I'm kidding. Henrock, you're totally up for just like everybody else. You got the same shot. So,
Right, let me pull this up.
Oh yeah. Toy Rensu says shower. Is that what you guys thought I haven't taken a shower? Oh, come on. Not a monster here.
Oh, I saw that today. That one's rad.
Yeah, this one's really
Yeah, this
cool.
is a really good one.
It looks like the practical effect with the explosion, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I actually ended up seeing the behind the scenes of this before I saw the actual shot.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the reel? Yeah.
Yeah. This is really cool.
That looks like a Mezco Batman, and that's the Spin Master. Oh man, that was in
that's a Spin Master.
That was in my cart today, and I don't remember even putting it in my cart on Target. And I was very tempted to just hit checkout. I don't know why I didn't. After seeing this, this looks amazing, and this is from Mothrophobia. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that looks like what's his name?
I think the Omega Beams is
the Omega Beams.
But I think that's practical too. I think.
Is it? Hold on, let me go check.
I thought he said something in the reel that it was, because I thought he listed the Omega Beams.
I mean, it could be if it's from the light might be.
Did he light paint them? Maybe.
No, I don't think it was light painted. Oh, he also used the other Batman too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that explosion is something that I've tried doing one, because I remember Work More or Less showed it on how to do it.
Yeah. And Mike Hex right in cotton and chicken wire. That's what it was.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Well, I shouldn't have done that because I had the whole thing queued up.
Oh, well, can't you just go back?
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, no problem.
I can just copy and paste again.
Jay, how long have you been acting?
Ooh, for a while. Went to school for it. And let's see, I've been doing it professionally since so a little over 10 years now.
Oh wow.
Oh nice.
Awesome.
Yeah. A little over 10 years.
Do any commercial work? Wink wink.
No.
well, maybe we could fix that. We'll talk about that afterwards. So.
Yeah.
Ooh,
all right, so this one is from PL Toy Box Photography.
Yeah.
That's, Pablo. We met him at Legion's Con.
That's right. Yeah. It actually looks like that's a
surprise.
lot.
I had no idea that I was going to run into him over at Legion's Con at all.
I had no idea we were going to run into you either.
Very brief interaction as well.
Yeah, he came up behind me. He was like, "Hey, Matchu," and I'm like, "Oh, hey, Pablo," and he was like, "Can I take a selfie?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." That was the first time somebody's actually asked me to take a selfie with them in the con, and I was like, "Whoa!" Well, yeah, this is awesome.
I like this one a lot. I like that it looks like it's using a lot of it looks like the two NECA stuff is in there. The accessories.
Oh, so the bowl fruit is from NECA? From what figure?
Well, I know for sure that the one underneath there, the second one on the floor, that's from Dreadmon. That's the one that you picked up.
That's the one that I bought you?
Yeah. So that's
I should have pulled that out before I gave it to you.
So I mean the figure's right here. I got him right here.
No, I like the accessories. I don't care about the figure. I just
you should have pulled it out before you gave it to me. Gotcha. So Um,
And that flame
Mike
effect
Rick-
is also from NECA?
no, that one I don't recognize. The little alien bugs are from NECA too.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
I believe that's cheddar, right?
Jay,
I have this one.
Jetta. Yeah.
yeah. Why is Jay giving us the finger? He's scrolling through his feed. D. He's just that's how people like do things. What are you doing? What are you doing, B?
He's not giving us the finger.
No.
I'm trying to find. I cannot for the life of me remember how to find your liked photos on Instagram.
I don't know either, dude. I think it's in settings for
I
some,
think it's
some
in settings,
weird
but
reason.
like I'm like, where is it? No, I don't know where it is.
So what I usually do is I just send it to myself.
There you go.
So,
Because
yeah.
see, I try security. No, privacy.
Okay, wait, so here.
Privacy.
All right, here, Jay. So go to the three lines at the top.
Yeah.
Right? And then go to your activity.
Gotcha. There we go.
Then go to photos and videos.
Photos and videos.
Oh no, that's posts. Go to interactions and then hit likes.
Interact. There we go.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. Fixing things in real time. Problem solving.
Yeah, but this is a great shot. Even the lighting is good too. It's
It's clean.
so
It's really
clean. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, really, really.
Is that bow from that figure too?
No, that bow might be from the Jaguar one that I'm still missing. It's my only one that's out there.
Okay.
So
There we go. That's the one I was looking at.
Hold on. Why did not copy over? All right. Little Bad Batch here.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that.
I still haven't shot my Bad Batch figures, and I'm.
And you got those custom head sculpts in too, right?
Oh yeah, from Fat Clone.
Fat Clone.
Yeah, I need to get I need Wrecker and Tech.
Yeah.
I believe.
Wrecker?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Tech. I haven't been keeping up with the show.
The show's been like the show's been really good or really like why did I just watch? So but yeah. So Trevor did stop by. What's up, Trevor?
Trevor!
JHernandez being tech support. Hey, I do what I gotta do. So too bad I couldn't tech support myself. Too bad I could tech support myself in the beginning of the show. Anyway, I like this. I do think what's good about it. Taking a cue here from Jay. What's good about it is I love it's even, right? I do think that it probably could you probably could have done a little bit more front light on them. Like brought them out a little bit from the background. Or create a little bit more separation.
I think
Personal
because
opinion,
the light is coming
take it or leave
through
it.
the top right corner.
Yeah.
You see how it's coming from behind them?
Mm-hmm. That's it.
I think he was trying to create that contrast.
As it was cutting through the forest trees. Yeah.
Yeah, but I can understand if a little more fill just to
just because there's so much detail on them, like it's getting lost. And I understand that that's not the point of every photo. So,
But yeah, he does great work.
Still a great shot. No, it's like, and by the way, who the hell am I to say anything about it? So, we love the 97 parsecs.
Yeah,
he's a good guy.
Great guy. I gotta remind myself not to click on links after because I already have it pre-queued to. So did you send me this one?
I sent you this one. I thought this one was was really solid. I really like so I like this in a real perspective. I mean, first off, I thought the posing was really good. Took advantage of that wired cape on the old on the Mezco Crow figure, but also like how they did the buildings, right? It's just the like that. I thought that was just brilliant, right? It's a cardboard cutout. It's a black cardboard cutout with the lights popping through. It's like that's perfect, right? It's just enough to give you that effect.
Yeah.
Right.
Just kind of sell that idea. That was great.
Jay, you actually have you reviewed like a skyline cutout, right? Or something like that, I believe.
Yeah, that was Vasco.
Yes,
yeah,
mhm.
they are beautiful. Yeah, they really.
And those are
I've
big.
been meaning to photograph one with the crow.
Mhm.
Actually, yeah, they are just so freaking awesome and convenient. Of course.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, what I like you said, like it's a cutout, but like he uses the strings, the lights, right, and uses the depth of
Yeah.
field, so it enhances the photo a little more.
Gives a little bit of the bokeh too.
The
Yeah.
bokeh in the
Yeah.
back is
Or bokeh. That's
as
what toy daddies
TPC
would
guys
say.
would toy daddies would say. Did
Yeah,
you send me anything
feel
else?
it. I think I might have sent one more, but I think that was the big one.
I don't think it came through.
All right. Well, that's fair. So. Jay, did you have anything that you wanted to share over?
Yeah, I have one.
Okay.
Mhm.
And really it's like, and I appreciate the pose just as much as I appreciate the figure, the picture, as it were, itself.
Mhm.
This one
You
is
can
from
You can send it to me and I'll bring it over.
This one is from Aliska. And I'm not sure if you can see it.
Hold on, I'll solo you. If I can find my mouse. There it is. Oh yes. Okay. I think I know which one you're talking about here.
Yeah. Yeah, if y'all can get to that, because what it is that she was able to do, and of course she did a reel, just a little BTS reel on it.
Mhm.
And what she was able to do to reproduce this Hulk pose, because of course anyone who has a Hulk, they know that it's a backward butterfly. So
Mhm.
she was able to flip it around so
Oh,
that
I've
you
done
could
that.
get
Yeah.
that
front.
yeah.
And because because she has the arms crossed, you don't see the
Yeah.
backwards torso.
It's like Thing just basically hides the entire back there.
Yeah.
Never would have thought of that.
Yeah.
I
It's
never would have thought of
terrific. I
that.
love it. So yeah,
I
like I said,
I
like I
showed you
love the
that
pose
before.
just as much as I love the picture.
I don't know if I realized that it was a background, like that you went.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, you rotated it backwards. That's brilliant. Yeah.
That's so good.
That is
Yeah.
really good.
And all you really
it's-
got to do is just
and it's
swap
funny in
hands.
that, like, I didn't even know at first. I was like, oh wow, like that's a great custom. Nope.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you could also do that with Juggernaut too, like the
Yeah.
knockoff Juggernaut. Wait, you're the one who showed the knockoff.
Juggernaut.
Yeah, a lot of my stuff I blame you.
It's a good thing that I didn't do a top 10 Legends video that year, because that one, even for a knockoff, probably would have been in the top 5.
Oh yeah, that knockoff is pretty good. I'll tell you. It replaced my regular Juggernaut. Where's that reel? Here it is. Yeah, you just swap the hands. You twist the upper torso.
Yep.
Yeah,
I love that.
it's like a bear hug, or like an
Yeah.
arm bar. Well, you can do that with other figures too. With other figures other than Thing, he can be doing a bear hug to somebody.
Smart.
That's smart. That head sculpt is different though. That's a custom.
Yeah,
right?
that's
he's
the
even got
one.
she's got the head off too. That's
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
All about
Yeah.
playing with that perspective.
That's it. Yeah.
That's the I think it was a SDCC exclusive. That's the SDCC exclusive. I
Oh,
think 2018 or 19. That
Okay.
one was.
yeah. Okay, that's actually really cool. Now we gotta hunt down that head sculpt. Damn.
Nice.
Because I have like the 70s hairstyle one.
Yeah.
What was it, the 20-year anniversary of
Yeah,
Marvel Legends?
the 80th, as it were. Those 80th anniversary figures.
Yeah, I need to.
I think it's the 20th one though. That's the one that's kind of superseded all of them now.
He's got the chops.
the mutton chops. Is that what it is?
Mutton chops, yeah.
Mutton chops. Nice.
Yeah, she's got a lot of good stuff.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Like even this Daredevil and Elektra.
That one's good. I remember seeing that one before. That is really, really good.
That one is really good. And I have no. Well, actually, let's see. Are there pins on that leg?
On the Electra?
Oh, you know what? I think no. That's the regular Electra.
Yeah,
And
because
I
it
don't
has
know
a single
whether or not
elbow.
she painted the headband on the May shelf head or not, or just Photoshop, but it looks terrific together.
But even the eyes, like it looks like she has the catch light, or does the actual eyes have the white spot inside?
I feel like such a bad person. I have not even unboxed mine. I took Daredevil out and Elektra
A
and
lot of people
Bullseye
did
are
that.
still in the box.
A lot of people did that. I do have my Electra. Actually, my Electra's all the way over there on the table.
See it.
Yeah, but behind the camera. But yeah, even the hand pose, like you said, playing with the perspective, because he has that C grip, but it looks like he's holding on to her leg.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It's right in. Yeah.
Covering the joint too.
Covering the joint.
Really
Yep.
smart.
So,
Yeah, she's really good. She's another one to watch out for. Damn, we could just go like.
oh yeah, we just go through her feed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that
Yeah,
one.
she does some great Legends work, man. Some
Yeah.
of the best Legends work out there, in my opinion.
Great stuff.
Awesome.
We could just get lost in this.
We could. That Galactus is so intimidating. I'm still trying to figure out how the hell to shoot that thing.
I have mine behind me, holding little Odious from Unparalleled.
Nice.
Oh yeah, this one. Was
Oh yeah,
good.
that's the one. Yeah, that's the one that put her on my map.
Oh yeah, man. I
Yeah,
love
this
that
is-
one.
I think that was in a TPC thing. Yeah. That's so good.
It doesn't even look like a Legends.
Right?
No.
Oh,
Not
I
right
think
out.
she is doing something with the eyes, though. Yeah, because I think
Close
it's
work.
whited out his eyes, right? I believe. I don't have him out. I think he's in.
I don't know. I didn't get that figure. I passed on that one.
You passed on the Fortnite Thor.
Yes. Sorry. The guy from Fortnite. Yeah, I passed on him.
Everybody's on Fortnite. All right, so I think
Apparently
that's
not everybody. Oh yeah, I think that's it. Oh, give it another minute or so just for hashtag you can't see me.
It's not a John Cena figure, by the way.
It's not a John Cena figure, but I just felt like that was appropriate.
You want to put that the hashtag up on the screen? so
Yeah,
that we
I
can
mean
see
we
it?
could put it up. Put it up. Let me share my screen. Again, still the most nerve-wracking part of any of this stuff.
It's really not.
It is. So we got 13 entries so far. That's pretty good. I
Huh.
mean, if you guys want, we can call it and hit the draw button right now and let Henrock walk away with everything. So, what do you think? You want to call it?
That's up to you. It's your giveaway. It's your giveaway.
Last chance. It's 9:39. I'll give it a 9:40. Hashtag you can't see me. Get it in
Yeah,
there.
there you go, Trevor.
Trevor, go one more. All right. One more. Anybody else?
I've actually been
Let's go.
My Daredevil every now and then. Let me see if I can see this.
It's like watching it just click down to 9:40. It's thrilling.
So I put the. I'm going to give myself solo for a second.
Go for it.
Was it the Red Ninja shoulders on my Daredevil? And this head sculpt I got from Henrock.
Oh, dude, that is terrific.
Thank you. I did sacrifice the toe hinge because I switched his boots just to see how it looked. It looks like a little more like a boot.
Yeah.
I took that from the MCU Captain America.
Huh. I realized this figure out from that.
I absolutely adore that head sculpt.
Yeah. Hit up Henrock.
And Rock.
I forgot who's the artist. If Henrock's still here. But yeah.
Rock in the chat.
I think it might be sized for Mezco, but it still works on the Legends.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Oh shit. Mike Heck says the back of the feet looks a little crocky.
Yeah, a little wonky. But I'm not gonna be taking pictures of the back of the feet.
That's true. You're not gonna take it back if he's looking
Right.
back, looking like he's wearing Crocs.
It does look like he's wearing Crocs.
A lot of folks have been getting up in arms about like things that are going on, you know, in the backs of figures. Like, what is it? Have you all seen the pictures that have come out for the '89 Mezco Batman?
Yes.
So of course there's a lot of folks who are complaining about, you know, the eye switcheroo thing, and really like you're only going to be using that head if you want to, you know, turn the eye. So
now you're giving us the finger.
You know, you're not going to be taking pictures of the back of the head if you're going to be using the eye feature.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, it's a little frustrating.
Why would you be taking a picture of that if you're moving?
I would also think that people are extra sensitive about this figure, right? Like
it's
so long. It's like no matter
really
what.
true.
Like again, like Michael Keaton himself could deliver that figure in the batsuit to you, and you'd still be like, "What's with the switch in the back of the head, huh?" Yeah.
I'm actually,
I don't know. I didn't make it.
I'm actually trying to convince myself to do a video on it because I'm a glutton for punishment. Can you imagine just like the vitriol that's going to be in that comment section?
Oh my
goodness
God.
gracious!
I mean, I'd still watch it, but yeah, I can imagine.
All right, let's give this bad boy away. We can move on. All right, here we go. And I'm gonna hit the button and not screw it up this time. There it goes.
Henrock.
We need music. It needs music.
Oh, I can play music.
Oh my God. Oh my God, Henrock. Hey, I am TJ Williams.
Congrats.
Nice. Congratulations, man. Hit me up on Instagram and I will get this thing out to you right away. Yeah, awesome, man. Thanks for the support and watching, and congratulations. We'll ship that right out to you. Speaking of support, want to just give a shout out to everybody that watched live, everybody's watching on the replay. Also, I'm going to do our quick rundown of the toy guide. What do we call it? The TV toy guide.
TV. I've got to make a visual of that.
Yeah, TV toy guide, so they don't have to run it down, but. We've gotten a lot of support from other shows. Want to make sure we share back. So on Mondays, you've got Boba Squadron, Toy Talk, The Figure Booth, Legion's Lounge. Tuesdays, you've got Chat Migos Assemble, and Unproud Universe. On Wednesday, you've got ACBA, along with TPC and the Toy Daddies. Customs by Matchu, which is taking a little break right now, but he will be back.
And Mike is on 3 POA right now.
3 POA, he's over there now. The Fallen Fett Chronicles is also on Wednesdays. Thursday, you've got Toying Around and Unboxing Thursdays. They're Not Dolls, and sometimes they're Dork. Friday, ACBA and Unparalleled Universe, along with Infinity Equation. Then on Sundays, you've got Yimbo Reviews Everything, Lazy Boy Sundays, and the Infinity Creators. Also want to go back
once
a month, right? Yeah. Specifically want to call out Boba Squadron. If you watched Mandalorian today and you were a fan of Dave Filoni, I will not spoil it. I'm not spoiling it. Boba Squadron is going to be pretty on point next week. So just make sure you check it out and make sure you watch Mandalorian. Again, if you are a Filoni fan, I will leave it at that. This way, nothing gets spoiled. But much like I made an audible sound, I actually had the reverse effect. I saw Jay and I like squeaked. Character walked out on screen and I lost all breath today. So it's interesting which way I go with that stuff. So. Mike Hex also says Dan Who is on Thursday. So,
yes.
We're always happy to add more people out there. Jay, what else, man? Anything else you want to plug? Where can people follow you? I mean, obviously on Instagram, just JHernandez.
Yeah. Just
YouTube
JHernandez on Instagram. And if anyone wants to have a discussion, seeing that I usually tend to talk a little bit more on Twitter, you can find me at Toy John 1 right there. If you can believe it, somebody actually took Toy John.
I'll sell it to you if you want it. No, it's not me.
I was waiting for that.
Folks can find me on Twitter, ToyJohn1. You can find me on Facebook as well. My full name, Jaime Javier Hernandez. However, I rarely ever talk about toys on my own profile. You can find me in groups every now and again.
Sure. All right. Any appearances? I know, like Matchu and I were maybe making an appearance on Sunday's Wayne show.
Appearances.
Yeah. I know we talked about like showing up at any cons or anything. No.
Oh yeah, like toy
no,
shows.
unfortunately, pretty busy with work these days. Although
Work schedule.
it was great in that Matchu was well, when did you reach out to me, man?
I reached out a while ago.
Yeah, it's like
and
we were really trying to get the schedule really down pat, because once April, like mid-April comes around, like
Yeah,
I'm done. Like I'm toast.
I think it was January, right?
Like
I think I reached out.
I'm toast until like August.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it was good that we were able to work this one out, because
Hell yeah.
you know, I still I miss the community, you know, and I'm online all the time anyway. But at the same time, like I just don't have the time to just sit down, talk, even to, you know, make as many videos as I'd like to, take pictures, whatever. That's why I, you know, take so many pictures on my hands, because I just don't have the time to set anything up. But yeah, man, thank you so much for having me on,
dude,
you guys, because this really was great, just to sit back, talk, and really, you know, be, you know, and I want to say that probably my favorite part of this was being able to, you know, show everyone on, you know, on the chat right now what it was that we were digging on Instagram right now. I think that's freaking terrific.
Yeah, man.
thank you.
Thanks again for coming.
Yeah, no, and you know, I know you say you don't have the time, but you know, you're more than welcome, you know, anytime back on the show. Even if you want to pop on for 15 minutes, you know, drop some wisdom and move on. We're always happy to have you. So
Right
open invitation as always, man.
Much.
So but yeah, you know, let's make sure we give ourselves one last like, subscribe, call out. You know, please like, follow, and share. Helps us a ton. You know, and if you're gonna be at the show on Sunday, we'll see you there.
Woodbridge.
Otherwise, next Woodbridge show. Is it Woodbridge? It wasn't Wayne?
No,
whatever.
Woodbridge is this Sunday. Wayne is next
Woodbridge
week.
Got it. All right. So Woodbridge on Sunday. And next week, was it a surprise next week? I forget. Who we got next week coming up?
We'll have to check the
I think
calendars in the other room.
it's Jean, right? Jean from Lego Jean.
Yes,
I can't remember her Instagram
Jean's
name.
version on Instagram.
Jean's World, something like that. You know, again, I swear to God, we'll be professional one day. One day.
Well, you know,
today.
You don't have to tell who's up next.
Why? I feel like it's nice. You just get.
If you don't remember their name, you don't have to.
Well, I also thought the calendar was up.
Now, what
and
you
I
all
could
say
pop it
last
up
week?
really
It's like,
quickly.
so this next week we're gonna have, who are we gonna have?
We got somebody else with a J in their name.
Hernandez.
Yeah,
Fernandez.
yeah. Jean. So it's Jean Star Wars Nerd on Instagram. That's who it is. So she'll be here talking
That's
Legos
not her
and Star
name.
Wars, and it is Jean Star Wars Nerd. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So help me, I'm gonna look it up right now. All right.
Not her name. It's Jean's version.
You play the outro. I'll look it up and we'll go from there. But
Oh god!
thank you everybody for being here. Episode 18, appreciate it. And Jay, can't thank you enough, man. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Matchu, you're right. It's Gene's version, but it does say Gene Star Wars Nerd right underneath it.
Oh
right
my
underneath
God.
it says
Oh
Gene
my
Star
God.
Wars
All
Nerd.
right.
So for crying out loud.